The Roman Empire and Jesus, two titans in the ancient world. The world in which Jesus lived was not a peaceful one. It was a world dominated by a superpower, an empire that stretched from the Mediterranean Sea to the Arabian Sea, from Egypt to Britain, and from Spain to Mesopotamia. We'll see how the mighty Roman governors like Pontius Pilate maintained control over the unruly province of Judea. So get ready to be amazed by the grandeur of the Roman Empire and the ingenuity of those who lived in its shadow. And we'll find out how the Roman infrastructure of roads, aqueducts, and public works shaped daily life for ordinary Judeans. Moreover, we'll examine how Roman culture, with its art, literature, and philosophy, both influenced and was influenced by Jewish culture. The Romans built extensive road networks, aqueducts, and public buildings throughout Judea. For instance, the Roman governor Pontius Pilate, who was famous for his role in the crucifixion of Jesus, was often at odds with the Jewish leaders. Nevertheless, despite these tensions, the Romans generally respected the Jewish customs and traditions, which contributed to a unique cultural blend during this period. These projects not only served practical purposes, but also had a profound impact on the daily lives of the people who lived there. For example, the aqueducts brought fresh water into cities like Jerusalem, while the road network facilitated trade and travel. The Romans introduced a new court system and codified many of their laws in a set of 24 books known as the Mishnah. This legal framework would have a lasting impact on Jewish law and practice. This cultural exchange had a profound impact on the development of art and literature in the ancient world. However, as the Roman Empire began to embrace a more tolerant attitude towards other religions, Christianity slowly started to grow in popularity. By the end of the 1st century, it had become one of the largest cults in the Roman Empire. Yes, we are talking about the Roman Empire. And if you think that's an exaggeration, consider this. At its greatest extent, the Roman Empire covered over 5 million square kilometers and was home to over 1 billion people. This vast empire had a profound impact on Judea, the region where Jesus grew up. In this series, we will explore how Roman rule affected every aspect of life in Judea, from its legal system to its infrastructure, economy, culture, and religion. But perhaps most importantly, we'll explore how the message of Christianity, born in Judea, managed to spread throughout a global empire. Often in spite of, and sometimes because of, the efforts of those same Roman authorities. Now let's dive into the specifics of Roman rule in Judea. When Jesus was born, Judea was a client kingdom of Rome, a status it had achieved after the Hasmonean revolt against the Seleucids in the 2nd century BCE. Although technically independent, Judea was heavily influenced by Rome, which had a strong military presence in the region. This is significant because it was during this period that the religious and political tensions that would culminate in the destruction of the Second Temple in 70 CE began to rise. One of the most important aspects of Roman rule was the legal system that was put in place. Another key aspect of Roman rule was the infrastructure that they developed. However, it was not all smooth sailing. There were times when the relationship between the Roman rulers and the Jewish population was strained. In fact, this fusion of cultures led to the emergence of a new type of art, architecture and literature that drew inspiration from both Roman and Jewish traditions. As for the spread of Christianity, it was a movement that emerged within Judaism and initially had little success outside of Jewish communities. So stay tuned for more fascinating insights into the life and times of Jesus Christ in the next episode.